Hello everyone and welcome to another video tour by JerusalemExperience.com. And today we are visiting the city of Bethlehem. The Hebrew Bible tells us that David was anointed to be the king of Israel in Bethlehem. According to the book of Micha, the Messiah will come from Bethlehem. Both Luke and Matthew identified Bethlehem as the birthplace of Jesus. In our tour today, we shall visit the Church of the Nativity, the Milk Grotto, and the Shepherd Field. So let's enjoy this video. One more thing. In our visit to the Church of the Nativity, we shall meet some very interesting angels, so stay tuned. Now let's start our tour of Bethlehem. The Romans destroyed the city during the Bar Kokhba revolt in 130 CE. 200 years later, the Roman Empire accepted Christianity as its official religion, and Helena, mother of Constantine, commissions the building of the Church of the Nativity. Around the year 525, the Sumerians destroyed the church in a revolt against the Romans. Several years later, Emperor Justinian rebuilt the church to its current form. The Church of the Nativity is considered the oldest church in the Holy Land. Over there is the entrance to the church. At the top is the entrance from the Byzantine period. Below is the mark from the Crusader period, and the entrance as we see today is from the Mamluk period. The entrance to the church is through a 1.2 meter high doorway, which requires the entering visitor to stoop low in respect for the place where the Word became flesh. We are now inside the church. Over there near the ceiling are mosaics from the Crusader period. Can you believe they are more than 800 years old? Now remember I promised you angels? Look above to see angels walking as pilgrims toward the place where Jesus was born. The red limestone pillars were quarried locally. Many are covered with Crusader painting of saints. This mosaic floor was rediscovered only in 1934 and it is dated to the 4th century. Since the Greek Orthodox controlled this church, a golden iconostasis separates the main altar from the public. On the right of the iconostasis is the entrance to the grotto, which is crowded with people waiting to enter. While waiting, people light candles and some prepare notes to be left in the grotto. Pilgrims are waiting for their turn to enter the grotto. We are now inside the grotto. Over there is a bone mosaic depicting Mary giving birth to Jesus. Below the altar is a 14-point silver star, a symbol to the Star of Bethlehem who guided the Magi. This star marks the birthplace of Jesus, the place where the Word became flesh as John describes it. People from all over the world come to touch the rock where Jesus was born. After giving birth, Mary laid down baby Jesus in a manger nearby, which is marked over there. A marble board covers the original rock shelf to prevent pilgrims from taking pieces of the rock. The manger's size matches feeding troughs from the time of Jesus. Opposite the manger is a small altar dedicated to the Magi, the 3 wise men mentioned in Matthew's Gospel as coming from the east to worship the newborn Jesus. We are now exiting the grotto. Right next to the Greek Orthodox Church of the Nativity is the Catholic Church of Saint Catherine of Alexandria, a 4th century martyr in Egypt. Each year on December 24th, the Catholic Mass takes place in this church and the Mass is streamed to viewers worldwide. Here is a statue of Saint George fighting and slaying the dragon. Our next visit is to the Milk Grotto. According to tradition, on its way to Egypt to escape Herod's soldiers, the Holy Family rested in this cave and Mary breastfed Jesus. The cave rock is of soft white rock, and tradition tells us that when Mary nursed Jesus, a drop of Mary's milk fell, and as it touched the stone turned white. In 1872, the Franciscans built around the grotto the church we see today. The place is sacred to Christian and Muslim, and women who are trying to conceive visit this place. Some even mix soft white chalk with their food to become pregnant or increase their milk output. In 2007, a modern chapel dedicated to Mary, the Mother of God, was opened, and a tunnel connected it to the Milk Grotto. Here you can see where all the Bethlehem wooden souvenirs depicting the birth of Jesus are made. Our last stop is the Shepherd's Field on the north ridge of Bet Sachur, a village just outside Bethlehem. According to tradition, this is the field where the angel appeared to the shepherds announcing the birth of Jesus. Archaeological findings, as we can see, support the tradition that this place served as a place for shepherds to rest with their sheep and goats. Over there is an entrance to a large cave where groups of pilgrims can rest and connected with traditions related to the birth of Jesus. The birth, the manger, the star. In the 19th century, the Franciscans built a tent-shaped chapel near the remains of a 4th century church. Inside the chapel, there are 3 very interesting wall paintings. The first one depicts the angel announcing the shepherds the birth of the Messiah. The second one depicts the shepherds coming to see baby Jesus. And the third one depicts everyone celebrating the birth of the Messiah while the Star of Bethlehem is shining above. Notice the dog in the first painting appearing nervous, then calm in the second painting when it's near baby Jesus, while in the third painting it is full of joy with all the rest.